Imagine waking up one morning, stepping out of bed, and suddenly, you start floating uncontrollably. No more falling objects, no more weight, no more earth holding you down. Gravity has disappeared. But what exactly is gravity, and how does it shape our existence? Could we survive without it, or would the world fall into complete chaos? Let's dive deep into one of the most fundamental forces of the universe. Long before we had any scientific explanation for gravity, ancient civilizations had their own beliefs and theories about why things fall and why we stay attached to the ground. The Greek philosopher Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC, believed that objects naturally move toward the center of the universe, which he thought was the Earth itself. To him, heavy objects fell faster than lighter ones because of their nature. Plato had similar ideas, thinking that everything had a natural place, and objects tried to return to their proper location. These ideas were accepted for centuries until science started challenging them. In the late 16th century, Galileo Galilei tested Aristotle's claims by dropping two objects of different weights from the Leaning Tower of Pisa. To his surprise, they hit the ground at the same time. This proved that gravity acts equally on all objects, regardless of weight. Galileo also discovered the concept of acceleration due to gravity, meaning objects don't just fall, they speed up as they descend. In the late 17th century, an apple supposedly fell from a tree, inspiring Sir Isaac Newton to question, why did it fall straight down and not sideways or upward? Newton formulated one of the most important laws in physics. This law states that every object in the universe attracts every other object. The force depends on mass. More mass equals stronger gravity, and distance. Closer objects have stronger gravitational pull. While Newton's law worked well, it didn't explain why gravity exists. This changed in 1915 when Albert Einstein introduced his theory of general relativity. Instead of seeing gravity as a simple force, Einstein described it as a curvature in space-time. Massive objects, like the Earth and the Sun, bend the fabric of space-time, causing smaller objects to move toward them. This theory predicted phenomena like gravitational waves, black holes, and time dilation near massive objects. Now that we understand gravity, let's explore the disastrous consequences if it suddenly vanished. 1. Immediate chaos. First few seconds. Everything not attached to the ground would float away. Cars, buildings, humans, trees, and even the oceans. The atmosphere would drift into space, leaving us with no oxygen. Within seconds, breathing would become impossible. Objects on Earth would no longer have weight, making movement difficult and unpredictable. 2. Earth's structure would collapse. First few hours. The planet would start breaking apart because gravity holds it together. Without it, the core and mantle would separate. The moon would drift away into space, disrupting tides and throwing Earth's climate into total chaos. The sun's gravitational pull keeps Earth in orbit without it. Earth would shoot off in a straight line into the darkness of space. 3. Long-term effects, days to months. Total extinction of life without gravity. No plants, no oceans, and no breathable air would remain. Radiation from space would bombard the planet, causing extreme temperature fluctuations. Human bodies would suffer severely, our muscles, and bones would weaken rapidly without resistance. Fortunately, gravity can never just stop because it's a fundamental property of mass and space-time. Even in space, astronauts never fully escape gravity. They experience microgravity because they are constantly falling around the Earth. Gravity is the glue holding the universe together. Without it, planets, stars, and galaxies wouldn't exist. Life itself would be impossible. So, the next time you drop something and it falls, remember gravity is the reason you're alive. What do you think would be the craziest thing to happen if gravity stopped? Comment below. Subscribe to Learn and Earn Hubs for more mind-blowing science videos. And since you made it this far, the YouTube algorithm says you'd like to see this next.